Looking for the latest comic book to add to your collection? How about the last card for that Magic the Gathering Commander deck? Well, the comic book store's got you covered. Shop online at comicbookstore.tcgplayerpro.com or come in person at 30 North Main Street, Glassboro, New Jersey. Pizza people, welcome back. We've got some tournament coverage for you today. We've got the top 8 of the PizzaBox Open Explorer from this past Sunday. We've got HamHock42 and Ziggy Sawdustt with the top 8 coverage. You can find information for the deck lists and information for all their content down below in the description. And let's get to some games.
You'd have those moments where it's like, okay, I can keep my blockers back and I can buy another turn. Or if I attack here, I can get it for 5 damage and maybe I can knock this fool out. Yeah, that's
I'm gonna knock them out. I'm gonna knock them out.
Exactly.
Okay, so our top 8 to go back to the tournament.
Yes, that was the tournament. It's not a slap fight.
There's no. So there's out of the top 8, 6 Rakdos mid range, 1 mono blue tempo, and 1 Abzan combo. Unfortunately, I think the mono blue we watched got knocked out at the final hurdle. They were on the bubble, and that makes me sad.
Indeed, it is a bummer, but it is what it is. One mono blue tempo is holding it down.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Moon Goblin for making it into the.
Let's go, Moon Goblin!
Moon Goblin!
Let's go!
Yeah, we're rooting for you. That said, in this particular matchup, we got
a mirror.
We got a mirror.
Yes.
Surprise!
One of two mirrors.
It turns out when you have 6 decks in the top 8 that are all the same deck,
there will be mirrors.
Got a couple mirrors. Yeah. So Rakdos mid range, clearly the deck of the tournament. No surprise. I mean, they have some of the best tools, so makes sense.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. So they've got the new dual lands, right, in this sprint. Do you think they're that good in the Eternal formats? Because I'm not convinced. Yeah, I'm not convinced by them.
You know,
especially not in a dual color deck in an Eternal format.
Yeah, I think they're pretty good. Yeah, I think they're strong. But yeah, are they that good? I mean, in a format where you still have where you have the shock lands, you have the check lands, which combine really nicely with the shock lands, and you have the tri lands if you're in a deck that cares about those. Yeah, I'm not really sold.
Also,
on
pathways
and pathways. Yeah, I think in
really strong in double.
I mean, because the real benefit about the shock lands is that the real benefit with the shock lands is that you get to hit your colored mana on like turn 2, which in standard is pretty tricky to do now that the pathways are gone. But yeah, in eternal formats, shock lines give you that, check lines give you that, pathways give you that. Yeah, I don't know that they really serve a particularly good purpose.
No, it's like when it comes to game fine margins, those few turns when you're pinging yourself in the face for what I imagine is not a good reason. Then
yeah, but that's why and that's why actually, if you are curious, if you're looking at now, I'm no MTG finance guru by any means, but if you are looking at prices right now, you would think a rare a rare dual land cycle that is oftentimes like one of your best those are usually your big money cards. But right now you'll see, if you look at various prices, the shock lands aren't worth that much. Like even the new fancy ones from Diamond Area, they're still down, they're maybe $1, $1.50 a piece, because in older formats, exactly like you're saying, where you have access, man, that Thoughtseize was savage. All right. Yeah. In older formats where you have access to better options, they're just, I mean, they're good budget, mana-based options. Like I have some commander decks that have pain lands in them, but only because I'm cheap,
I disagree with the Heartless Act removal there, by the way. I think they should have gone for the Fatal Push for this exact same reason.
Yeah, because both hit Crocs are perfectly fine, but
well, no, more that because then they didn't have the mana to cast both the Giant and the Act.
True.
Whereas they had both. But, it's fine.
The top deck Liliana kind of bails them out of that one for sure. But you're right. They would have had only a single spell that turn, which would have for sure been the Heartless act to get rid of Croxa. I'm pretty confident of that. I imagine you uptake Lily here because you have. Yeah, I mean, Fatal Push is a good resource for sure.
Yeah.
But you want 2 more cards in your graveyard.
Oh, well, there's one.
There's one. Well, and now because of permanent left, they have the Revolt on Fatal Push. But they choose not
what?
to How did it? What? Why? Why not?
Just take the damage. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's just 2. You're gonna take 4 to the face here now, and they're gonna hive the Eye Tyrant to get Crocs out of here. That was a missed opportunity. Yeah, okay, they get the Fatal Push the hive, so they keep Crocs around. Okay, maybe that was all right. All right.
I'm still no. No.
Not sold.
No.
All right. Fair enough. And they can attack Anuma, go grab Lily back. That's pretty good. All right, that ended up shaking out okay. Ooh, they're gonna grab Croxa back to hand. Interesting. Oh,
I don't get this.
I get I do.
They're gonna fly over the top.
They're gonna crew before Croxa dies. Yeah. All right, that's sick. I dig it. All right, that's tight. Oh man, and huge thank you to Astral's Flame for the raid. Thank you for sharing your community with us. We appreciate you, and thank you Raiders for being here. Welcome. We are enjoying the
Raiders.
I love Raiders. Raiders make me happy. We are enjoying the PizzaBox Open Explorer. We're doing that thing, and we are in the top 8. You guys are here just in time to see the best of our competitors today who have made it into the top 8. As it turns out, because many of them are playing Rakdos midrange, because it turns out that deck's very good. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, we're having a good time, and we're seeing some cool plays. I gotta say, the fact that Croxa sticks on the battlefield, like with that trigger on the stack, is pretty awesome. And Sky Sovereign console flagship is some really cool tech to take advantage of the fact that you just have a 6/6 body for a second that you can do stuff with. Yeah, cool stuff.
Cool stuff thing.
All right, cool stuff. I'm not a sponsor for this
No,
channel, but
no, they're
comic book store
dead to us.
doesn't have the same ring, but
that's right. Yeah, but Cool Stuff Inc. can't have exclamation point CBS chat.
That's true.
Chicken bacon salad.
Chicken bacon salad, absolutely. Actually, I can go for one of those right now. Sounds delicious.
Really?
Why not, right?
I mean, sure.
Chicken and bacon? Like, let's go. Put it on a salad, you put it on a sandwich. I don't care. I'm game. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get behind that.
Right? You know, why not?
Yep. Like your mum. Whoa!
Hey! All right.
Get stomped, Lily.
All right. So it's going to be a
push.
Discard the Fatal Push. That makes sense.
Ooh, they got rid of a hive. Interesting.
Done with the hive at this point? Yeah.
Shocking giant.
Yep. Because one way or another, this is going to answer Liliana.
Ooh.
Choosing not to down tick, instead going for the discard, ramping up to Croxa. And here comes Chandra. Yeah, that's a thing. All right.
Do you go Kalitas and then... Ooh.
I mean, if you drop Kalitas at this point, they just down tick Liliana, and... I mean, you kind of have to make them have it, so...
Yeah. They got to do it.
Make them do it. It's not fun, but here you are.
And then Sky Sovereign kills one of them.
Yep. And then Takanuma can get back...
Oh.
Get back Kalitas. Well, maybe not. All right. Yep. Nope. Just
Nope.
kidding.
Nope. That's your no there, Chief.
Yep. So Takanuma has to be a land here. Yeah, that's not ideal.
I'm sure there's more, right? I think you kill Lily, though.
Yeah, at this point, I think that's what you got to do.
Keep that removal.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Take a whopping 6 to the face, but what are you going to do?
Take 6 to the face.
Sometimes that's what you got to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to block with your face.
It's true.
Save your hand, Cardarelli. Nope. Okay.
All right. Nope. So that fatal push is probably getting
I don't think there's a probably about this.
Yep.
It's getting well and truly binned, and then a Crocs is going to come down, and then
Yeah.
that's 3 more damage to the dome.
Man, Liliana's plus with a Crocs in the graveyard, that is so gross. I mean, I love it. Don't get me
7
wrong. It's
more
beautiful,
damage.
but woof. And Thoughtseize, that's a straight up dead draw.
Oh.
Yeah. Ouch. That hurts.
Rips.
And with that, we have a game 3.
Big rips. Big rips.
See, it seems to come down to who has the Croxa. That seems to be...
I'm wondering why they decided to...
Go blanks. There you go.
Well, go blanks have to come in, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
100%.
wondering why they didn't... why they had the Croxes out on the draw. Like, you don't care if Crocs is in the graveyard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they brought in... They brought in 1 unlicensed Hearse, but there was a second in their sideboard that they didn't. I'm wondering why. Because I feel like in this matchup, that's pretty strong.
Yeah, well, I suppose it deals with... I mean, it doesn't matter if you draw it in the opening hand, but... I don't know where I was going with that, actually. I think I was about to say something and I didn't.
It's all good. Ooh, the Thought Sneeze coming in. Grabbing a something. But at this point, all of those cards are looking pretty good. I mean, I'd imagine... Well, okay, so getting rid of the Fable here tells me they probably don't have Croxa. Because if they did, they probably would have gone for the Hearse.
Yeah, probably. Or they've got something to deal with the Hearse.
Right.
And nothing to do with the Fable.
Could be, yeah.
Beep.
Because, yeah, Fable on 3, we've seen, no matter what format you're in, that just provides just all the value.
Speak of the Kiki Jiki.
Indeed, good old Kiki Jikis.
No treasures for you. Oh, okay.
Ooh, fresh Fatal Push, too. Nothing wrong with that.
You take it, you take it.
Absolutely. So you got some removal. You've got the Hearse, so if they take advantage of the discard effect, you get to chow down their graveyard.
Oh.
That's not great. Sheoldred is a problem here. Yeah, Sheoldred the Apocalypse.
She got big booty.
Yep. She sure does. And without being able to trigger that Revolt, Fatal Push can't touch her.
Nuh-uh.
Yep. And Sky Sovereign is nice, but not
enough
where you need to be. Yep. Doink.
Pow.
Give her a little love tap, but yeah.
Yeah, just give her, caress it slightly.
Yep, and you got the Fatal Push, which, again, without triggering Revolt, can't touch the Reflection of Kiki-Jiki or the Graveyard Trespasser. Yikes. Janek is popping off here. This is looking pretty good.
All
right. Just putting them under the Hearse so that if they get an opportunity to crew the Hearse later, it's just going to be a little bit bigger. I think that's correct.
Does Cardarelli have a... Oh.
Ooh, more lands. That's not ideal.
Woof.
Yep, so here comes the Den of the Bugbear, presumably to crew something. I'm guessing the Sky Sovereign. Yep. All right.
Yeah, huh?
Oh, yeah.
And then Sky Sovereign kills the reflections of the Kiki Jiki. And then your Fatal Push deals with the Blood Tithe Harvester. So you go down to 5?
Yeah, 7 coming in.
4 because I imagine the Graveyard Trespasser eats the Harvester.
Presumably, yeah.
And then you take 2 more from the Sheoldred, so that puts them down to 3.
Oh,
and
there's the
Hive Tyrant is lethal, right?
I believe that's correct.
Let's all math together, children.
The Graveyard Trespasser is not chowing down on the Blood Death Harvester. I mean, the Hearse was going to prevent it anyway.
Okay. Yeah, okay, no. So they live on 1?
Yeah. Well,
no.
And then past the turn, they draw a card, and Sheoldred triggers. So, ouch.
It's Xaxes.
Exactly. There's Darksteel Citadel. I point those out because those combine really nicely with cards like Cleansing Wildfire, where you can target it to ramp yourself up.
Oh yeah, and the Geomancer's Gambit as well. That does that.
Yeah. So that's a powerful setup potentially. I don't know exactly what you're ramping to, or for land destruction to really work, you need to be in a meta where people are playing incredibly greedy mana bases, right? Like that's really what you're trying to prey off of, right?
Listen, there's always Jund food out there, and we're seeing with these Rakdos lists, they're running the pain lines as well. So
yeah, they're running like 16 duels or whatever. So it's not, yeah, or even 20. It's yeah.
So it's possible potentially.
Yeah. Interesting. So a Thoughtseize, grabbing a Thoughtseize. We have a Thoughtseize off.
Thoughtseize.
Thoughtseize, your Thoughtseize, followed by Thoughtseize. And now they have 2 lands in hand that Janek is aware of. They go for the Thoughtseize. See that last card? It happens to be a Heartless Act. Get that out of here. All right.
Aha.
And we know that Janek has Sheoldred the Apocalypse in hand, which we've seen that card take over a game today. So, and another Thoughtseize. Check out another. Oh my goodness. Well, triple Thoughtseize, one of which hit a Thoughtseize. What is happening?
Fortunately for Viralata, they are Thoughtseize proof.
At the moment, yes. I gotta be honest. I don't know. We've all seen that. We've all had that opportunity looking at our hand where it's like, okay, well, this my only non-land permanent I have 2 of, so somebody can hit me with a Thoughtseize. I don't really care. Yeah, so this hand is Thoughtseize proof. It feels good to be Thoughtseize proof.
It's always good. It's always good.
Yeah. So Fatal Push, getting rid of the Goblin Shaman.
I like how Viralata keeps looking at the graveyard.
Yeah, just double checking. Yes. Like, for real? Those 3 Thoughtseize. That happened. Yeah. Okay. All right. Great.
It's all right. It's all right. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I gotta
So you definitely play both these out and make them discard, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you upped. Oh, they're going for the sack. Okay. I would have gone for the discard there because that would have put Janek in an uncomfortable position where if they attack with the Shaman, Viralata could block with the Harvester. And then all of a sudden, they're not down a creature and have Liliana at 4 loyalty. Would have been nice.
Would have been.
And the stands are going to blood this away, take 2 more damage off Sheoldred, get another Harvester, which is not bad per se, but...
No, I'll tell that.
Yeah. And now they're hell-bent, so they can force everybody to discard. Meanwhile, Janek has Crocs in the graveyard, so they probably don't mind discarding that Sokenzin at all, as a matter of fact. All right. Sheoldred crashing in. Now, at this point, Viralata could double block. It's used not to. And Heartless Sack to Kiki Jiki. Ouch. That feels bad.
Well,
the Heartless Act of their own is pretty solid.
Yep. Answer.
Yep. Meanwhile, so here we have a situation where Viralata is now able to deal with the board. They can tap one of the Blood Tithe Harvesters to kill Kiki Jiki. Well, they choose not to. They attack. That's fine. And they could... Oh, they get... All right. Looks like they were about to get the kill on the block there. All right, then they do. And then you can Heartless Act Sheoldred. And you want to do that now before they draw. However, Croxa is now the threat you need to worry about. Yep, there are plenty of cards in that graveyard. 3 of which are Thoughtseize. Just friendly reminder about that. All right, so here comes Croxa. Nothing in hand to discard.
Just in case you weren't aware.
Fatal Push off the top. Let's go.
Well, that was a card.
That said, there's still 6 cards in graveyard. So Janek will be able to bring Croxa back next turn. Meanwhile, at this point, Viralata is hoping to draw another answer to Croxa. Another Fatal Push, Heartless Act, a Liliana, just about anything. would do the job here. Anything that says destroy a creature or sacrifice, opponent sacrifice a creature, any of that would be just fine. Like that. Fatal Push will definitely do the job. 2 Fatal Pushes off the top.
Could you
back
imagine?
to back after Crocs activations.
Janek's very not. I was gonna say they're not gonna be happy about that. Like,
No, they flashed the nice. This is a sportsmanly nice, but you know what's behind that nice. It's like I say nice, but what I'm really thinking is seriously again. Yeah, we all know that. We've all been there. Ooh. Kalidas is good here. So the question is, do you... So choosing to attack with a Harvester first. They have done to the Bugbear back.
ooh.
Bone Crush.
Stomped.
All right. Here comes Kalidas.
Mm-hmm. Lifelink important at this point in time.
Definitely. No, the lifelink is big. And Janek probably wanted to attack with that Shaman just to get that treasure token. Oh, Liliana. That answers Kalidas quite nicely.
Not as good.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now the Shaman cracking in. There's 1 card left in hand. Bone Crusher Giant coming down. So that effectively cuts off the den of the Bugbear. And Viralata's going to scoop it up. Yeah, Blood Death Harvester off the top is okay, but not good enough. Yeah.
No.
Ouch. Yeah, writing was on the wall there. So here we go, going to sideboards.
It was close, though.
Yeah, no, it was a good game for sure.
Mm.
Both players pulling the Fatal Pushes out?
Interesting.
I am a little confused by that, if I'm honest, because the Fatal Push kept them in the game.
But people sideboard the Crocs are out, don't they, if they're on the draw? Right? Have we not seen that so far? I mean, I don't know why, if they are, but I don't know. I don't play the deck, so...
Yeah. No, I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it pans out. Okay, so Viralata has the opportunity to be the one with the Croxa, which, I mean, in this matchup, if you get to be the person with the Croxa, you're feeling pretty good. So here we are.
No Lily, though, unless they draw a black mana source.
Indeed. Well, like that.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to put it out into the universe.
Exactly.
Discard L land.
Ooh, and Janek discarding a Blood Crypt, letting Viralata and us know pretty confidently that they're doing fine on lands. Plenty of those.
Just fine and dandy.
Fine dandy on lands. The duress hitting the Fable of the Mirror Breaker, which is exactly what they wanted to see there.
Ooh.
Get that 3-drop out of here.
Nice.
Because Graveyard Trespasser, they couldn't do anything about. With the duress anyway. And now Graveyard Trespasser is going to take care of the Croxa.
Did they already have a... Oh, yeah, they did. I was going to say, so they already have a creature in their graveyard.
Yep, so that's... Yeah, Croxa's out of here. Liliana is a good answer to the Trespasser. This is just back and forth. And now Bone Crusher Giant is going to be a good answer to Liliana.
Yeah, as I said, do you not want to hold the Heartless Act for the Trespasser and then Liliana the Giant?
I mean, the problem with that is you'd have to discard you'd have to go down a land, an additional card to hit the Graveyard Trespasser because of the ward. Chandra Torch Defiance, okay.
I mean, you've got a land there that you're going to be discarding anyway, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Chandra was a good hit off the top. Bone Crush, no mana, so that's just going to go bye-bye. That's okay.
Herp.
Choosing to play out Kenzen rather than holding it back to channel later. Which is fair. Down to the Bugbear, crashing in on Chandra. Special thanks to that uptick. Chandra's going to be surviving at 1 loyalty. Aight, let's do this. Let's see. What did we hit off the top? Blood Death Harvester. That is a fine hit.
Not bad. And then they have the Heartless Act ready to go. So yeah, Chandra feeling pretty safe.
Exactly. If that den animates again.
Oh.
Okay. That might change things a little bit. I'd imagine Lily's going to downtake here. Yeah, there it is. All right. Although with both players at one card in hand, I can appreciate wanting to take care of the giant. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I can appreciate the idea of getting that last card out of the opponent's hand, but
Wow.
yeah.
Top deck the Harvester. Ooh. Have a little sneak peek.
Thoughtseize. And that land is a mountain. But
Oh.
Viralata just missed out on 2 damage to Janek's face. And took 2 damage themselves for the Thoughtseize, just for the peace of mind of knowing that last card. And you know what? I say that with like somewhat jokingly, but let's be honest, that's nice.
It's not bad.
It's nice to know that that's just a land. I don't have to worry about this. And here comes the Hive the Eye Timer crashing in. That's gonna be the end of Chandra. Yeah.
She did her job.
Absolutely. Did a fine job. Drew a couple cards, dealt some damage. All right.
Oh,
Taganuma, let's just go get her back. That's a fine option, I think. Or get Lil. Yeah, Liliana's another fine.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Another fine option.
Well, actually, not really, right? Because this Liliana's going to uptick, right?
True. No, you're right. So that Takanuma is effectively a dead card at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, with only one other card in hand, whatever you fetch out of the graveyard is... well, I mean, it mills. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Never mind. Blood token into
into
Bone Crusher with 5 mana up. That actually is kind of perfect. So I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going to shut up now and let Viralata play this game.
Like it was meant to be.
Yeah.
Well, no, they did exactly what they recognized that Takanuma, albeit would have got something back. It was technically a dead card anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they identified what I failed to, that it was. Like I see Takanuma as a really valuable resource at this stage in the game by being able to refill your hand. Like that's a big deal.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, with Liliana on the field, it didn't really refill the hand. Yeah. Castle Lochthwain coming out into a Graveyard Trespasser. That was a pretty good hit. Okay, both players digging for some quality stuff. Little things like blood tokens or Castle Lochthwain and the ability to just draw additional cards in a turn can make a big difference. Like those little advantages. And we're seeing that again with the blood token pulling up Croxa now. With the graveyard that's absolutely stacked, 4 mana left.
Go rid of the thought. Does this counts as playing 2 cards, right?
It does. It is 2 separate spells, even though it was 1 single card. Yep.
Nice.
Boom. Getting it done. So this should flip to daytime, if I'm not mistaken. There we go.
Ah, daytime.
Love daytime. It's nice. It's relaxing. Lily is nice here. However, Viralata has 2 creatures, so you down tick. I mean, you have to, but all right, Harvester later.
And then you attack Lily with the Harvester and Croxa to face.
Yeah, Hive the Eye Timer goes after Lily. Croxa goes face. Or actually, they both go face.
That doesn't kill them. It puts them down to 3, right?
Yes.
And then
that's correct, but Lily's only at 1 loyalty. So the uptick is irrelevant.
That's true, yeah. That's true.
Yeah, Lily, Viralata was correct there. Liliana was a non-factor with that board state. So
very much so. You are correct. I was wrong.
Janek was digging for a fatal push to buy another turn, and they didn't find it. That was
they'd have to. There was many ways they were dying there.
True. Because even if they had the fatal push, then
they have to deal with the land.
Right. Yeah, there's the land, and I believe there was enough in the graveyard to bring Croxa back even. So
possibly.
It was close. Yeah.
Well, they had to deal with Croxa before it attacked, unless they had something to discard. Then they had to put something in front of Croxa, and they probably needed a removal for the land. So, I mean, actually, no, they only needed a remove for Lano because they had the Hive Tyrant, which they could have stuck in front of Croxa. They had 2 cards in hand, so they could discard 1. And then if it was a fatal push or a Heartless Act, they can use it. I think they had enough mana to do that as well.
Okay, yeah. So Duress hitting the Thought Seize rather than the Fable of the Mirror Breaker, which tells me Janek has something in their hand they want to protect.
Like a
Well,
duress.
or they just have a second Thought Seize. That's or a second Duress. That's fine too.
I think they were trying to protect the second duress there.
Yeah, no, I think you're exactly right. Yeah, that makes sense. Ouch, that actually really hurts. Followed by a Thought Seize. Holy cow!
All right, Janek hates the hand.
Oh yeah, the hand hate is very real. Followed by a hearse.
Wow.
Woof. All right, you're not allowed to have a hand or a graveyard. Deal with it. Making a statement. Now, okay, Bone Crusher.
Viralata chooses to deal with it by putting Big Bone Daddy on the field. Oh.
And there's a brain. Holy cow, Janek's got all the answers right now. Now, what Janek has not shown thus far in this game is a way to close out the game. Now, we know the deck is full of them, so it's just a question of what flavor of closer are we going to see. We do have the Hive of the Eye Tyrant and the Den of the Bugbear, I suppose. So, and Hearse is going to grow by 2 every single turn. So we're going to see a situation later in the game at the very least. So actually, never mind. Again, I retract my previous statement. What am I talking about? The Hearse is already a 4/4, and if Janek draws another land, they'll soon be able to crew the Hearse with either of their creature lands. So just the Hearse getting huge could crash in pretty soon. And if they draw any other creatures, it's just that much easier. You know, Blood Tithe Harvester or something of that nature.
Yeah.
And Viralata is hitting lands here. This is not ideal. But they got the creature lands. They have the Harvester online. If Janek has a removal spell, they kind of have to use one here. And if they can hit the creature land, great.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, they can. Bone Daddy coming down. All right, doing his thing.
Land destruction.
There, that is roundabout land destruction. Absolutely.
Telling you, it's impressive.
Right?
So important.
Gets the job done. And now they can, oh, here comes Croxa.
Oh my.
Boom. Get the Shadow Skull smashing out of the hand. Ouch.
Okay. Another Harvester.
Now, what they could have done, Janek did have an opportunity to crew the Hearse and attack with it. However, had they had they done that, they would not have been able to activate the Hearse. I don't know. I'm stumbling over words. Don't mind me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I don't do words good. It's
I think they're doing like that mono blue thing where they just sort of save up and then like do one big swing at the end.
Yeah, and here comes Croxa.
Or they might just do it now because
I mean they can swing for 8, which is big time for sure.
It's pretty good to swing with.
Yep. They're going to.
Plus there's nothing in the graveyard, so.
Yep. Viralata's taking it. Bone Crusher's decent, but they don't have the mana to stomp and cast it. So if I'm Viralata, I mean, you can hold it so that if Croxa attacks, you discard it, but that doesn't feel good. The other option is just play out the 4/5, but in this case, they decide to chuck it. They need to find removal for Croxa, and they don't. Yeah.
GG's.
G to the G's.
Pizza people, are you enjoying the content? Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. It's free. Hit that bell icon as well. That way, anytime any of our new content comes out, you're able to see it right away. Hey, leave a comment down below as well. Tell us what you're going to play in the next event, or tell us what you're enjoying about the video. Don't forget, check out the description too. We've got tons of great content down below. And on top of that, we're going to have our tournament schedule too. So get in on it. Hope to see you.
Really, I mean, Crocs is great in this list, but I don't think it's the be all and end all of it. To be honest, I think it's just going to be, as I was saying before, it's just because it looks like they've gone a different route in terms of the removal package way of going about it. So Cody's gone for more instants and so in terms of like Abrades and Final Grasp eliminates, whereas I think Guardian is going more with the Chandra, and then Sorin is more card advantage and not really using many spells to remove things.
All right. So Bloodtooth Harvester coming in for both sides now. After a Thoughtseize. All right. Graveyard Trespasser, but no third land, which is problematic. Eliminate, I think, is interesting tech here. That's a card that we haven't seen too much, but at the same time, it has plenty of targets. Any creature or planeswalker with mana value 3 or less, there are a lot of those running around right now. So in a situation where Fatal Push is good, Eliminate's probably going to be good too.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Blood and Away, the Fatal Push, just to try to, or, well.
I think they just want to get that land.
Yeah, trying to get that land, absolutely.
Goes for the, get rid of the Trespasser. Okay.
Instead.
So then committing to the Fable.
And then they have an option of, they do choose to pay for it to keep the Eliminate up. That makes sense. Yeah, it becomes a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Fatal Push the token. Yep, kind of have to get that.
Yeah. Now, do they go with their own Fable, or do you reckon they just commit with Kalidas?
I mean, because they used the... I think if they still had Fatal Push in hand, going Fable and holding up Push could be good. But instead, choosing to go Kalidas here, I think makes sense.
Yeah, because it does get around a lot of the removal from the other side.
Now, the other side does have a blood token down, so if they're sitting on a Fatal Push, that could hit Kalidas if they use the blood token.
They got rid of one. Oh, yeah, Heartless Act. Okay.
Heartless Act.
That deals with.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, Graveyard Trespasser and a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Those are two awesome 3-mana threats. Either way, you're happy.
Well, they're down on card advantage, and this is not going to make life any better for them. So, interesting.
Really going for the down tick. Yep. Now, Eliminate, notably, can hit Liliana. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see if they actually get rid of anything, to be honest.
Yeah, this hand looks pretty good at this stage in the game. Yeah, they choose to keep it. That makes sense. Because at this point, you can grasp Kiki and eliminate Lily.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do,
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty darn solid. And they're holding up the Infernal Grasp, not ripping it main phase. That makes sense, just in case of another threat. And Sorin comes down. Okay.
Definitely can't eliminate that.
Nope. And they don't make the token. They go for the card, and they happen to hit a Croxa.
I think it's better to go for the card advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fair. Do they now play the Graveyard Trespass? Oh, well, no. If they've just drawn Fable, so I guess they'll play Fable. Hope that. Oh, and saying that, one of these is going to get removed, discarded if they play the Croxa. So
exactly. It's reasonable to assume at this point whatever whatever does not get played is gone.
I would probably play the Trespasser.
Because
then you can copy. Then you can copy the Trespasser next turn to get rid of the Croxa.
Right. No, that lines up nicely. Yeah, I think that's attacking the play. Yep, looks like they see it.
Ping.
Good stuff. Going for more card draw. Yep. And it's a land, so there's no life loss. All right.
Nice. Ooh.
Chandra's pretty decent here.
Pretty decent.
Getting rid of the Kiki.
Interesting that they didn't. If they were going to do that play, I'm interested in why they wouldn't have downtick to make the token that time, just so that they could keep Chandra alive.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Unless no, because they drew a land, so yeah, Chandra was there, so strange.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, but Chandra did as the removal spell did her job. Sorin just continuing to uptick into a Sheoldred. That's pretty good. Graveyard Trespasser coming down. So at this point, the opponent is keeping 2 mana up.
Blood Tithe Harvester.
Yep.
Ooh.
Fatal Push is decent. As is Braid. They're both fine.
Well, they can't get rid of both, can they? Because they have to discard for the trespasser.
Right. Yeah, the ward on the trespasser would make one or the other pretty ineffective. And neither can hit Soren directly, which is a bit of a problem because Soren's ult is threatening at this point. So that's a thing.
Yeah, I would probably get rid of the bread here because it's not going to do what you want, and Fatal Push it is.
Mm-hmm.
They choose not to. We'll see.
We shall see. Well, attack with just the shaman is interesting here. And then they fatal push. Oh, they're going to use the treasure to fatal push the trespasser right now before blockers. That way, if they do want to block, they lose the harvester. And you're right, a braid was not a very good card for them. However, being a card in hand, they can discard to the ward. Well, that's a service a braid can provide. So that'll do.
Yeah, it's very true. It might have still been worth to see because, like, at the very least, if the card you draw gives you a better alternative, then
This is lethal though because they can now ultimate Soren. Here it is, and we get to see an animation that you don't see very often.
Oh,
and with Sheldred down, that's a ping on the draw. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
That was a good sequence. Did the job.
Yeah.
Soren was left unchecked long enough.
Yeah.
That Janek was able to take advantage of that. Yep.
And that's on me because I said they should have down ticked. Look, what an idiot.
There's a time and a place to just race that uptick. And if you can get 3 turns with Soren, well, good things can happen.
Good things can happen.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what are we thinking sideboard wise? Those go blanks have to come in, right?
I'd imagine, yeah.
But yeah, what I was saying earlier is I think if you just blood away a braid, then the card you draw either is a better option or is exactly the same.
Right.
So you either net neutral or net positive. So I don't know.
Right. But yeah, so at this point, I mean, the go blanks would be valuable, I think. I also... You can make an argument. Actually, that lava coil is interesting. The one lava coil on the sideboard has me intrigued. I think that's a pretty solid card. All right.
Wow.
That's a lot of lands. That said, you have a 2-mana removal spell, and Fable of the Mirror Breaker. If you still have extra lands in your hand, Chapter 2 can help you dump them. So it's one of those things.
Serviceable.
If I'm gonna have a 5-land hand, I'd like it to look like that. But at the same time, I'd rather not have a 5-land hand. So that's a fair mulligan for sure.
I don't know. I think that's serviceable. It gets you. You can play everything in hand, and it means that you're drawing less lands later in the game. Like there's no such thing as flooding in the first 2 or 3 turns, right? So
fair enough.
5 lands in hand is not that big a deal.
But here's the tech. You mulligan for the turn 1 Thoughtseizes.
Oh, of course, yeah. Well, I mean, you wouldn't be playing the deck right if you're not doing that.
Well, yeah, of course. Just
but only
mulligan for that turn 1 Thoughtseizes.
Only a true person plays a shock land and then Thoughtseizes, yeah.
Oh yeah. It's like, you know what? I'm going to start this game with 16 life. That's just how this is going to be. Then, a braid to deal with the Bank Buster. Very nice, very nice. Unless his hair's coming down to start chowing down on the graveyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at this point, our protagonist here that we're watching is going to be in kind of a rough position because there's no red mana yet.
No, yeah.
Which notably, had they kept that starting 7 with 5 lands, that wouldn't have been an issue.
I mean, I'm not
just throwing it out there.
Just saying. Like,
just saying. That said, they could hit a red off the top and be just absolutely set here. I don't know, but
Yeah, but like, what's
They could have had a
more-
million problems with that last hand, though. Let me be clear. They could have had a number of problems. I'm just saying that getting the mana lined up would not be one of them.
No.
You got the fatal push here, so all right. But yeah. Ooh, here comes Go Blank. That hurts.
What should he play in Modern next week?
In Modern, I mean, I would recommend Hammer Time. I don't really know Modern that well, but yeah.
Me neither.
Murktide probably. Those are things, right? Yeah.
Chat will tell us.
Yeah, chat. Feel free. Yeah, recommend good Modern decks. I'm a fan of Hammer Time myself.
Feel free
in any
to spam him and ask him. But apparently he's got Rakdos scammed from Justin, so you know.
Okay, so good. All right, good deal.
I hope it's a good list. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. I hope it's a good list.
You're gonna look like a right idiot.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with borrowing somebody's list and it turns out to be absolute garbage. It's like, well, there's the red land, but just in time for all
red land they were looking for
all the cards to be gone. That is unfortunate timing. Here comes Liliana.
I've been told Yorion best deck 4-color.
I believe it, actually. I absolutely believe it. Yeah. I can absolutely imagine. All right. So the unlicensed Hearst buffing up another land. That is not what they wanted to see here.
Wow.
Ouch. So Lily could keep upticking.
Yep.
Because you might as well.
I don't know if I'd have got rid of the Trespasser.
I mean, if they're willing to get rid of the Trespasser, what did they keep?
Yeah. Well, we know that one of them's a Heart Attack.
Right.
Wow.
Another land, my goodness.
Well, Hive
becomes
Hive's on.
Yep, Hive's on. That's something.
Although it's gonna get a Heart Attack, so
right, yeah. So is it really active here?
Well, they're gonna find out the hardware.
Yep. And there's nothing in the graveyard, so they might as well even let the attack happen. Yeah, but here it comes. Yep.
Okay.
I mean, I understand the idea that you got to make your opponent spend their resources.
Listen,
what it is.
It's, you know.
That's what they kept.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Okay, all right. I see it. Now both players are hellbent, meaning they have no cards in hand. However, one has 2 planeswalkers down, so
ooh,
that's pretty good.
They got fortunate on the uptick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it only takes one creature for Cody, and then they're.
Oh, the third land in a row. That is savage. You hate to see it, but you're absolutely right. One creature to crew that hearse, and things could get dangerous really fast.
Planeswalkers. Never mind.
and we have Soren now.
Do they got to make the 2/3, right? They need to protect
these
things.
They do.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to have a chump block to deal with that hearse because it could be swinging as fast as next turn.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so you're racing for the Lily ult, and Chandra just puts them on a clock, and now they're all protected with the
land as well
with the Soren token. Ouch!
Oh, Guardian's been on the nuts here,
right? That was and both players have been in top deck mode for some time now. They just happen to be hitting the good stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. Another land. Holy cow. That is some lousy luck there. 4 lands in a row when you just need action. Like any action would be fine. and meanwhile,
Meanwhile, I'm just going to draw.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, Janek is destroying just action. Like, and here comes the Lily ult. I mean, so if you choosing how to separate the Lily piles. I mean, you just put the hearse in one pile and the lands in another, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
absolutely.
It's so mean. Oh my goodness.
Oh wow, that's generous.
Yeah, a little bit. That's okay. If you want to keep your hearse, you actually get to keep 2 lands. Yeah.
But then if they draw a harvester, why would you give them 2 lands? I guess they just didn't want to give them too much. Like even 1 land.
1 land, sure.
No, I mean,
but at this point, you have the vampire token and you have the Goblin Shaman now.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
But there's a whole world of 3 and 4 drops that are just not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, fortunately, question mark for Janek, they draw lands. Sorry. I mean, no, those were some of the worst. I mean,
No, so I swear that was that like 5 lands in a row.
Now those were some grindy games, huh? Congrats to Guardian II for taking down the event with Rakdos midrange. I want to give a huge shout out to HamHock42 and Ziggy Sawdustt for some phenomenal commentary, and I want to thank you, the viewer, for making it this far into the video. If you enjoyed the content, hit the subscribe button, bell notification, leave a like and a comment down below, and I hope that you stay cheesy.